Hi, dear learners. Welcome to Kugansar's English grammar class. Today we are going to discuss narration. Narration means speech. Some people call it narration, some other call it speech. Narration is of two kinds. They are direct narration and indirect narration. Usually, we need to learn how to change a direct speech into indirect speech. In a direct speech, there are mainly two parts. This one is the first part, before the comma, and the quotation mark. That means the reported speech in the inverted commas is another part. So it's clear to you is that the first part, he says, or he says to me, or he has said, or he has said to me, or he will say to me. This part is called reporting speech. If you indicate only the verb as the verb is in the reporting speech, it is called reporting verb. And in the second part, if you indicate only the verb is called reported verb. But if you say about the whole part, the part which is included in the inverted commas are called reported speech. To change direct speech into indirect speech, there are some rules to follow. The first rule is, if your reporting verb is in the present tense or the future tense. We know tense is of three kinds mainly, and they are present tense, past tense, and future tense. So, in the rules, if your reporting speech is in the present or future tense, the verb of the reported speech will remain unchanged, while changing a direct speech into indirect. Unchanged means whatever tense is it, it will remain unchanged. Say for example, in the past part, that means in the reporting speech, here you see, he says present indefinite, he says to me, present simple, he has said present perfect, he has said to me present perfect, he will say future. That means only two types of tense are here. As there is no past tense, while I have changed into indirect, so I have kept all the tenses here unchanged. Say for example, he says that I drink. He says I drink. That means he says that I should be changed into he drinks. Present simple remains present simple. Present continuous, I am drinking, it remains present continuous. He is drinking tea. Present perfect, I have drunk tea, he has drunk tea. Present perfect continuous, I have been drinking tea, he has been drinking tea. In the same way, in the middle there are past tense. First simple has remained same. First simple, he drank tea. First continuous, I was drinking tea, he was drinking tea. So in the same way, first perfect and first perfect continuous also will remain unchanged. Now about the future. Usually after I we can use either shall or will. So as I should be changing to he, after he we usually use will. So that's why will. For can, for may, for must. No change has been taken place here. And for future continuous tense, I will be, that means he will be drinking tea. And I would drink tea, he might drink tea. No change has been taken here, because reporting verb is either present or future. no past tense is used here. But why the reporting verb is in the past tense, we need to change. That means if the reporting verb of our direct narration is in the past tense, the verb of the reported speech must be changed into corresponding past style. Here you see, first tense, reporting verb, he said or he said to me. If there is only he said, for he said, he said. But if there is he said to, we usually use for said to told. He told me that. Commas are omitted. Another one thing you need to know, while changing direct to indirect, in a direct space there are commas. First comma and some other inverted commas. We need to omit all the commas and we need to place a linker or conjunction that in the middle to add the two clauses together. So I have done so here. Also, as it is past simple in the reporting verb, so for he said to, I have used here he told me. He said to me, he told me that. For present simple, here will be past simple. He said, I drink tea, he drank tea. That means he said to me, I drink tea. He told me that I has been changed into he drank tea. This is present simple. Present simple should be changed into past simple. Present continuous should be changed into past continuous. Present perfect should be changed into past perfect. Present perfect continuous should be changed into past perfect continuous. That means there are four tenses. In a present tense, there are four aspects. All the four aspects should be changed into past four aspects. Now say about first tense. In a first tense there are four aspects. First simple, first continuous, past perfect, past perfect continuous. We have already seen all the four present tenses has been changed into four past tenses. While changing first four tenses, first simple should be changed into first perfect. First continuous should be changed into first perfect continuous. First perfect and first perfect continuous tense will remain unchanged because there is no first tense, then first perfect and first perfect continuous tense. As there is no first tense, then those two sentences will remain unchanged. And now about the future. After I, we can use either shall or will. So when I has been changed into he, after he, that means after talking singular number, we usually use will. So will should be changed into would. Can should be changed into could. May should be changed into might. And must should be changed into had to. Then empty. That means if I am repeating, if the reporting verb of the direct narration is in the past tense, all the tenses must be changed into corresponding past style. It is called corresponding past style. And for future continuous should be changed into would be. And most of the time we are in the habit of not changing would, might, could. Either there is present or future. So I have also done so here. And another one thing I would like to request you to notice, I have briefly mentioned here. Present simple should be changed to past simple. Present continuous, past continuous. Present perfect, past perfect. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. And first simple should be changed to past perfect. First continuous should be changed into past perfect continuous tense. Perfect tense, past perfect tense should be past perfect tense and past perfect tense will remain unchanged because there is no first tense, then past perfect and past perfect continuous tense. And this is the ways of changing direct speech to indirect speech. I think you have understood well the ways of changing rules and regulations. Okay, before closing, I am repeating in brief. Another name of narration is called speech, and narration is of two types. They are direct narration and indirect narration. In the direct narration, there are two parts. The first part is called reporting speech, and the second part is called reported speech. So while changing direct to indirect, we need to follow the first step. If the reporting verb of our direct narration is in the present tense, any one of the present tense, or any one of the future tense, that means in a present tense there are four aspects, and in the future tense there are four aspects. But we are usually in the habit of using such types of tenses. That's why I have added only 5 tenses here. But there may be 4. 4 is present and 4 is past, future. So, according to the rules, if the reporting verb of the direct narration is present or future tense, the verb of the reported speech will remain unchanged while changing a direct into indirect. And I have done so here. I have already mentioned here. And if the reporting verb of a direct narration is in the past tense, the verb of the reported speech must be changed into corresponding past style, and these are the ways how we have changed them. And this is all. Actually, we know that there are 5 kinds of sentences, and all the sentences are assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, exclamatory, and operative sentences. All the 5 types can be used in the narration. So we have discussed today only assertive, and in our later classes we will discuss rest of the sentences. And this is all about today's lesson. I think you have understood well. No more today. Bye bye.